Stats, which are also powered by Google Cloud. The 20 points, of course, primarily by, of course, the one man with 2 by Gillespie. Michigan missed its last 5 field goal attempts of that first half. Go to ncaa.com/bracket-IQ for more. And we go over to Trace.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. John Beilein said someone just needs to make a shot. He said we had so many open looks and we just couldn't convert. He also wants to get the ball inside more, specifically with Mo Wagner. He said we did that early on. We got away from that. We need to get back to doing that. And then someone needs to contain DiVincenzo. They need to front him and they need to keep him off the dribble, Jim.
Well, he was 7 out of 10 from the floor, including 3 out of 4 from 3. There's his first half shot chart. Yes, he missed 2 right around the basket of his couple of layups. He misses 7 out of 10 overall.
Baker Dunleavy's got to be smiling someplace, right?
Had him doing 1,000 jump shots last summer and paying off, but DiVincenzo, either the long ball or getting to the rim, has been effective in the first half.
And for all his contributions, he's on the bench.
Yep. But guess who's on the floor for Michigan is Duncan Robinson, their 6th man, who was not a factor in that first half and out early with a couple of fouls. Last 11 minutes, what a struggle, 20%.
They need Robinson too. He gets 6 points or more, they're 28-0. How about that one?
Yeah.
First play going inside to Wagner like the first half.
Big step to the hole for 2.
Tracy right on the money with that call. Get the big fella involved. Robinson with a tough matchup. Pascal very good at the rim, can bring him outside, can drive too. Very physical performer.
3, Brunson. Follow up Bridges for the layup.
Boy, you've got to check everybody on this team. Great anticipation around the 10.
Same play for Michigan here. Offensive.
Big Mo, huh?
They're trying to set up that same play, post-up opportunity off the screen and roll. You called it, Coach. You have to block out. Villanova, one of the best attacking the glass. You can't turn your head and go to the ball. You got to find somebody, put a body on him. Mikal Bridges taking advantage.
How about the speed to get there? He came from the elbow on the opposite side.
Got that Kerry Kittles frame.
He sure does. There's now an assistant at Princeton when he could fill a lane out. A little stacked look.
Switch off over to Pascal. Jump shot. Yes, that's a 3.
And that was made Pascal. He slipped the screen. Wagner stayed on Brunson and wide open. Great set by Jay Wright.
Michigan now with its largest tournament deficit. Did come back from 10 in the early minutes of the second half on Saturday against the Ramblers.
Pretty good job of Villanova handling that slice cut. Forcing him late in the shot clock.
Rockman
got a bump. DiVincenzo.
Got him with the body on that.
This is what you call there. Grant, that little slip to the side.
And that's so hard to defend right there. Wagner coming out to help. Pascal really didn't set the screen, the weak side, unable to rotate. Pascal knocking down the 3. That's big for Villanova.
Here's Robinson. Now 0 for 3 from the field.
They make him rush a little, Jim.
Pascal. Oh, he takes it all the way to the other side around Wagner.
How about the speed and strength? Boy, it defies that body.
Timeout, Wolverines.
And right here, Pascal. Great footwork, inside reverse. Nice jab step, get it to the rim. Villanova 14 in control in the second half.
The food here is crazy.
Only thing crazier?
The animals.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen a turtle rat in person.
I'm sorry, did you say turtle rat?
Yeah, look at it. It's a cross between a turtle and a rat.
You mean that metaphorically though, right?
No. Hey, little fella. Oh, now he's in bowling ball mode.
Listening to you make my brain hurt. Come on, Brother Nation. Let's go catch some March Madness.
Charles, gonna make us late.
Come on, little fella.
Come on, man. Leave the Dillo alone.
Can we keep him?
No.
Polk County is one of the counties that you don't think about very much. It's really not very important.
I was in the Stone Ages as much as technology-wise, and I would say I had nothing.
You become a school teacher for one reason. You love kids. And so you don't have the same tools. You don't always believe that you have the same outcomes achievable for yourself.
When we got the tablets, it changed everything.
By giving them that technology and then marrying it with a curriculum that's designed to have technology at the heart of it, we are really changing the way that students learn.
And I can't wait for 10 years from now when I get to talk to them again and see like who they are.
Introducing the most advanced Infiniti ever made. The all-new 2019 Infiniti QX50. Infiniti. Empower the drive.
Is it me or is he considerably bigger?
He's definitely bigger. What's happening to my friend? I'm gonna figure this out, George. I promise.
He's growing, isn't he? He's not the only one.
They're gonna put him down. That's not happening.
George, go!
Rampage, rated PG-13. Experience it in IMAX.
You are watching the national broadcast on TBS. For team-centric coverage, check out the Villanova teamcast on True TV or the Michigan teamcast on TNT. We've had a 21-point swing over the last 12 minutes.
And I think right now, Michigan, they started the second half. They went inside to Wagner. He was able to convert one-on-one, and they've gone away from that. You have to get him the ball in touches in low.
You find out what you're made of. Not so much on this end, but the other end.
Nope.
And they got an offensive foul on downside. Bridges, I think, with a discard on Wagner.
I love this cut right here by Wagner. Wide open. They didn't look for him, but he was able to draw the foul right there. But aggressively posting up. He wants the ball. He just needs to get his touches.
When you're struggling like Michigan, you got to run your stuff. They did run their action that time. Perfect trap. And they were infringed on the territory. The cylinder.
So Brunson picks up his second after Bridges a few seconds earlier picked up his second.
Grant told me the other day, don't ever invade my cylinder. This is what they got right here. You can't believe it. That's what I did when I got my paycheck at Seton Hall. Run your stuff, be patient. They got the mismatch now. DiVincenzo sniffing over there.
Simpson takes it to the paint. Tough shot.
Tough kid. This is the end. You find out whether you got it or not. Reach back. Wagner's got the tough match, I think.
Brunson powering his way.
And so strong, so in control. Gets the shot that he wants. Jalen Brunson with the beautiful move.
9 points on the night.
And Jim, that's when they move Pascal. This is a tough lineup, I think, for Michigan to defend.
Back over to Wagner. As we move inside 10 to shoot. Rolls off, but he'll be putting up a couple. Brunson, he had 2 quick baskets at the start with power moves inside, and he did it here on Simpson again.
He is not afraid to get hit down there, is he? Goodness, but they can invert whenever they want, and then he's doing a little refereeing as well. But it's interesting, they started the game when Pascal got on Mo, he hugged him. He's got to give a little distance and move those legs and contain.
Celebrate the 2018 National Championship with officially licensed locker room tees, hats, and more. For all your team apparel and accessories, head to ncaa.com/shop. His parents come in from Germany. Beata, his mother, Axel, his father. And he says to us, he says, you know, as you can see, he's been quieted since that great start. I can't be around them for much more than 10 minutes. They're just so excited, living the dream over here 24/7.
And how about that
at the Final Four?
I'd be excited if he were my son too.
That's right.
Exactly. How about that visit to recruit him?
Beeline going over, getting a home-cooked meal.
Yeah.
Brunson again. Oh, he gives it up to Spellman for the three. And Matthews is going to be charged with that foul.
Tried to check out DiVincenzo. He should have taken that layup right at the rim, but that's how unselfish they are. Think they can get a better look?
I don't know how Brunson found Spellman in that situation.
How about that? Amazing.
A little push, and number 2 on him.
They're trying to post up DiVincenzo now on Simpson. He wants a clear out. Brunson.
It's free.
Tap
it in by Spellman.
How about the long arm with the reach back and a reverse off the glass? Pretty.
Highest ranked Jay Wright recruit. Spellman. Simpson behind the back. Now bounces it underneath on the floor. Scooped up by Brunson. Look up. DiVincenzo does look up. He's got Booth. Back outside. Spellman gets set. Fires. Off the mark.
And that's that play. Can't you get the pivot foot and drill it?
Simpson. Nowhere to go, so he'll dribble back away from Brunson.
Wagner wants it on the left side.
Rockman and Matthews very quiet offensively here in the second half for Michigan.
Dribble him into the post. Oh, the offense.
Offense.
And Brunson right in the face, it looked like. His second.
And why?
Watch out here.
Wagner was said some words for DiVincenzo.
Oh, something's happening here. Spellman and Wagner had to be separated.
Do your thing. Take that step. Flee that nest. Realize. Fulfill. Run. Don't walk. Love. Not like. Drive. Keep driving. Be inspired. Curious. Be extraordinary. Turn off the highway and soar. Spread your wings. Mazda. Feel alive.
Operator, I need a friend and I can't explain it to ya. A little operator voice like a therapy. Never gonna stare at me, won't get scared of me. Just a chill pill, I'm with the operator. I need a reason and a method and a tranquilizer. Little operator, all you gonna freaks me. Don't hang on for long, gotta hang out.
Sunny. Yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sunny, you smiled at me and really eased the pain. You gave to me your all in all, and now I feel 10 feet tall. Sunny, one so true, I love you.
You guys remember this championship game?
How can I forget it? I was there.
Oh, hey, I was there too. No, you weren't.
There's 5 seconds on the clock. Lorenzo gets the air ball, drives it through the hoop, wins it all. Never seen anything like it.
Want to see what it's like to actually sit courtside?
Watch March Madness in virtual reality. You've never seen anything like it.
And right here, Jim, just a nice spin, but Wagner extended his left arm, got called for a foul, and some words were exchanged, and a double technical foul on Wagner and on Spellman. And he definitely got the offensive foul. Frustration right there.
If DiVincenzo is shot, then he gets both. Bridges, he got them all.
So Wagner gets hit with the personal, and then later part of the technical, as well as Spellman on that double technical. So both of the centers with 3 now in the game. Puts Wagner on the bench. Spellman also taken off the floor. Roundtree comes in for Villanova.
Good to calm both guys down, too. Good piece of coaching as well.
Teskey, the 7-1 center, back out for the Wolverines.
Once again, it tests your mettle. Can you get down and dig and scratch? One of the foremost coaches in the country on the sideline as well. So many ways they beat you. Look at this dribble drive and hustle.
That's the 5th offensive rebound, a turnover right there. But the story of the game, 10 offensive rebounds for Villanova, 5 in this half already. Michigan must finish the defensive possession by securing the this defensive glass.
Roundtree with that fumble did a lot of little things in their game against Texas Tech. Good hustle for the rebound, then the turnover.
But he goes out. Bridges returns. Bridges tonight with 6 points, 4 rebounds.
Automatic switch curtails your penetration.
Robinson.
Boy, that's the guy. They're going to stay here. They give it to Pascal.
Robinson just can't get going. Had some good looks thus far. So important to this team.
And how about Michigan? At the start, hit 2 of its first 4 from 3, but has now missed its last 11. And Brunson comes back out.
And Jim, I think when you're a good offensive team like Villanova, you forget how hard they play on the other end.
Brunson for Gillespie.
Look at this, even the denial, they know the out-of-bounds play. Perfect scouting. Robinson, and they get the switch again.
Poole. Look at this kid. DiVincenzo has it and takes off. Bridges. Top of the key.
Wow. How many teams would have backed that off?
It was a 2-on-4.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not?
Let him go. A little woo-woo.
Right now, Michigan just can't do anything, can't find anything. Villanova's offense or defense has been so spectacular. A tough shot by Robinson.
One on the glass. Great pursuit. Pascal's such a force for this team. To me, is the Josh Hart of this club.
DiVincenzo dumps it underneath. Yeah, Robinson's able to make the steal. Into the hands of Poole. Poole driving, spinning, putting it. Well, lost control of it, but it's last touch by Pascal.
And right here, you said it, 2 against 4. Why not? Bridges wide open, not really getting involved offensively, but just stepped up, hit a big shot. Great concentration, rotation on the basketball, pretty shot. And DiVincenzo, he pushed it there, found the open guy.
Well, they play loose.
And those 2 big guys come back out at the same time onto the floor. Spellman and Wagner. Wagner shrugs his shoulder for a moment, says, hey, he's already holding me.
There's that little slice cut to the box, automatic switch, front, and help.
Yep, Booth fronting him. Brockman steps back. Oh, and he hits the 3.
He knew those inches prevail.
He's had a nice night, 13. Wagner has 14.
Rooting back at home, huh?
But it's on this end right here. Defense has been the key this tournament for Michigan. And they have to get stops against these Wildcats. As Matthews gets a nice deflection.
And guys, what Villanova is so tough, they don't have to diagram anything. I mean, they can beat you with the 3, a slip, a dribble drive.
It's almost like they don't have sets. They have principles, and they play out of those principles on the offensive end.
Bridges, big step, tough shot. Somehow contorted his body enough to make it.
That length, you had that too, the ability to extend and finish the deal.
Matthews blocked by Bridges, but a foul called on the floor, on the shot. Actually, going to be Booth.
From my angle, it looked like a charge, but
I know Brunson.
No, oh yeah, no,
he's up above that heel, above the line.
Yeah,
you know,
good call. Great block. I think Matthews, he has to get engaged here. He was so good in that second half against Loyola-Chicago in the semifinal game, attacking the basket. He's got to continue to be a one-on-one player and have an impact here.
So Villanova has Pascal, Spellman, and Brunson all with 3. Bigger rap battles, bigger burns, Method Man, and Haley Baldwin host the TBS original series, Drop the Mic. It's all new April 15th on TBS.
Boy, that offends you, that, huh? Drop that mic?
It should be. Hey, there's Spike Albrecht.
How about that?
Yeah, 5 years ago tonight, he came off the bench in that championship game. First half, had 17 against Louisville.
How about that 4 for 9, I think? Am I right? Or
0 for 4 for Matthews from the free throw line.
That's a bugaboo for them all year. But Spike, how about him? Double hip operation. What a competitor. Of course, ended up at Purdue.
As a graduate transfer at the end, but very tied and tethered to this Michigan program. Pascal unable to get it to go. Matthews. This time he's going to take any doubt out of it.
I like that. John Beilein said, come on, let's get involved here.
Remember, he had a couple of drives to the basket in the second half against Loyola-Chicago that kind of helped turn things
Generate
around.
things.
Really did. Twice in the second half. DiVincenzo.
Look at this offensive rebound. That's the way to play.
The second half, they have done a lot of business off the offensive glass. 11 boards off that end. Jay Wright liking what his team's doing. Beilein trying to solve the riddle. We have 12 minutes left for the title, and Villanova has the 15-point advantage.
I have to tell you something incredible. Capital One has partnered with Hotels.com to give venture cardholders 10 miles on every dollar they spend at thousands of hotels. All you have to do is pay with this at Hotels.com/venture.
10 miles per dollar? That is incredible. I have the chills.
Because you're so excited.
Because ice is cold. And because of all those miles.
Obviously. What's in your wallet?
I'm not sure. What's in your wallet?
DirecTV Now gives you more for your thing. Your letting go thing. Your sorry, not sorry thing. You're out with the old and with the new onto bigger and better thing. Get the live TV you love. No bulky hardware, no satellite, no annual contract. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. More for your thing. That's our thing. Visit DirecTVNow.com.
Introducing the new 2018 Ford F-150. With best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, and best-in-class torque. The F-150 lineup has the capability to get big things to big places big time. And things just got bigger. F-150 is now Motor Trend's 2018 Truck of the Year. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
I want a divorce.
What? I'm sorry. I think I was thinking about Dan's face. I decided that I'm going back to college. Yes.
No.
We love your mom. What is on your lobe?
It's an earring.
Oh.
Works for Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford blew up the Death Star and freed a galaxy. What have you done, Dan?
Life of the Party. Rated PG-13.
Always remember, it's not if your team wins or loses. It's if you have an ice-cold Coke for when they do. Eddie Pinckney, part of that magical team of 1985 that won the title in Lexington against Georgetown. Kyle Lowry, he just made a generous donation to his alma mater.
That'll fill a few locker spaces.
Yeah, $1 million. Spellman able to pluck that. Make sure Wagner didn't get it. Booth. Off the floor with it. Robinson.
Be sound and attack. Look for Rockman or Matthews maybe to tee it up, go to the rim.
Nice slip.
Look at the help. They're so alert.
Booth read it all the way.
All such multi-positional players.
Booth has Wagner.
Short.
Pass tapped out. Goes to Michigan. Over to Tracy.
Jim, during that timeout, John Beilein urging Mo Wagner to get more involved. They want to get it to him inside, and they want him to drive Brunson more. Also trying to give confidence to their shooters, saying shoot the ball with confidence. You can do it. Let's make a run here, Jim.
All right, Raph, you made an observation a couple times. You thought Michigan looked a little fatigued.
Yeah, early in the game, I think after that first 7 or 8 minutes, they got to regenerate, re-energize here. But Villanova, the switching has really been nice slip pass. There you go.
Matthews. Look at DiVincenzo. Bring it back down.
With 2 hands.
5 to shoot. Simpson draws the contact.
Nothing for free.
Well, remember the block he had earlier where he pinned it against the rim.
Boy, that's called walling up big time, huh?
Yeah, that right there is special right there. Not fouling, meeting Matthews, a great leaper his own right.
But that was the 4th on Brunson.
I think he's going to take a rest now. See Gillespie up, getting ready to go in.
Simpson with that unorthodox style at the line. Trying to make sure his right shoulder gets involved. Looks like he's just reaching over and grabbing a ball off a ball rack. As Brunson has to go out now at the 10:51 mark. And replaced by the freshman Gillespie.
And once again, as you take a look at the foul problems and the injury to Gillespie early in the year, and his ability to come back and get ready certainly has helped this team.
Xavier Simpson gets them both.
Right now, Michigan down 13 with Brunson out of the game. Now you just got to get stops on this end and, of course, execute. Be smart and solid. Watch this screen and roll.
DiVincenzo likes to run the point when he's out. Nice. Oh, look at this dribble handle.
Behind the back.
Oh, showing it all. How about that?
He reached deep into the bag of tricks on that one. Great show by Wagner, but even better ball handling skills. DiVincenzo, so elusive. Getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line. Wow. Impressive.
So looking for his first second half points.
71% free throw shooter.
Doesn't add up, does it?
No, with that stroke of his. Physically imposing too. He's not just a guy that can get by you with speed. He can buy you with that strength. Deuce gets it to 12. Gets interesting now.
It was 18.
They don't care what size you are. They automatic switch and front. Trying to corral.
Matthews outside on the wing. Simpson. Not sure had the line.
Yeah, I thought he had it.
From our angle, looked good. Short. Jay Wright barking out a play call here as we approach 10 minutes to go.
Look at this drive.
DiVincenzo with his first field goal of the second half.
And right away, they just opened the middle. Nobody there to help. Nobody home to do some damage for the Wolverines.
Now with 21 on the night.
Wagner really has to get a little more engaged. Nice cut by the big guy. There you go.
Pass by Matthews.
Sure was.
That's going to be there. Spellman's been trying to deny Wagner at the top. Great cut by the big fella.
They don't want to just match. They want to dig down and scratch and stop.
Swinging it over to Bridges.
Look at they lift everybody. Ooh, what a
Tough pass. Matthews was waiting for it. Steps up and is able to hit it. And knocked down, but no whistle.
What a tough pass. And all of a sudden, knocking on the door.
Matthews now with 6. An 11-5 stretch. DiVincenzo breaks their heart.
Early dagger. How about the biggest stage, the brightest lights?
Just when there was a little momentum heading in Michigan's direction.
This kid is special.
I think the move is spelled Dante. Forcing him to use a lot of time as well.
7 to shoot. Matthews, jumper, and pulled down by Spellman with 2 hands, as he often does.
He reminds me of Jerry Lucas. Now, a lot of guys won't remember that name, but Middletown, Ohio, Ohio State.
Ohio State for sure.
2-handed rebound with some power.
And has a memory like yours.
None of us had a game. Oh, look at this. Yes.
Shins. Oh, that is not real. How did that go?
Who needs Brunson?
Wow.
He has scored Villanova's last 9 points.
He's in a different zone.
Ooh. Dante. A little inferno. Set a tone, Raph.
Riley would buy a little pizza and vino.
Back up to 18.
We're out of Bud Light.
Let the Bud Light flow once again. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. We need a fresh keg here too. It's really loud in my face.
A keg of Bud Light is changed every 6 seconds. Enjoy it fresh.
I love it.
Applebee's to go. Order online and get $10 off $30. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Nobody drinks till this guy sweats.
Degree Advanced Protection works up to 100 degrees, but be careful, it won't let you down.
Experience a blend of refined craftsmanship and raw power. New innovations and a tradition of excellence. Luxury and performance engineered to take the crown. Presenting the all-new Lexus LS500 and LS500H. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Here's the game summary, and star on the floor in Double D, DiVincenzo, 27 points. Start talking about players coming off the bench. Again, he is the third leading scorer and such a big part of the rotation. It's the most off the bench in a championship game since 1990. You see Phil Booth 2 years ago in Houston. He made a all-Final Four team with his 20 off the bench. Luke Hancock had 23 and was MOP for Louisville in 2013. That championship, though, vacated.
And Jim, we still have 7 minutes left.
And Jimmy, he's a nice little drive. He's so good at getting to the goal. Oh, he's hurt after.
Both took a hard fall.
Pascal had his 4th foul. Basket goes.
And I thought Pascal had the lane or had the angle on him, to block it. But Simpson, great touch and finish, and they both fell hard there and trying to give some life to this Michigan team, but tough move.
So Pascal joins Brunson on the bench with 4 fouls. Brunson's been down now for about 3 minutes, and no reason to put him at risk, put him back on the floor.
Maybe a little light pressure here.
And Jim, the thing about DiVincenzo, he's sort of taken the heart out of the opponent, the way he's been shooting the ball at critical times, and foul problem.
Back door they go, and Matthews held him.
Nice play. That's they all can make plays. They're all unselfish. Talk about playing together.
It's going to be the 4th, by the way, on Matthews. The first to reach 4 on the Wolverines. This kid's on his way to a 30-point night and beyond.
It's just amazing. You never know at this level who's going to step up. Got to learn how to shoot free throws.
Well, it promises to be a thrilling Masters. Masters Week is here. Watch Masters Live for exclusive coverage of 8-Man Corner, 15 and 16, and featured groups live on CBS Sports app, CBSSports.com, Masters.com. Ball tipped around and controlled by Poole.
And that's what they work on. We've seen that on those missed free throws, slapping about. Spellman just couldn't come up with it. Go to the rim somehow. Nice drop step.
Rockmar, big step there.
Got to go to your ISO and quick hitters.
But it's been difficult. Villanova's defense really making it difficult for Michigan. No 3-point opportunities. Hard to get to the basket, but I agree. They got to continue to attack. They had success in the first half, and there's still time left. We never know what can happen here in the game down the stretch.
Good to see Rockman stepping up too. Struggled the other night.
That was the 3rd on both.
And right here, Coach, if Rockman makes this, do you put on some pressure maybe?
I would extend the floor a little bit. You don't want to open them up to the Jay Wright loves to get pressed. They don't mind taking that jack and going over the top. You got to be careful how you dispense pressure.
15 for Rockman. Wagner tops with 16. They have 31 of the 48.
And this is where Villanova is so good at just using the clock, being very patient, executing, and finding that man.
Well, he wants it, doesn't he? He doesn't want to give it up, and he gets Robinson, number 3.
And that's going to be the 7th team foul on Michigan.
Strong, too, isn't he?
Yeah, strong.
A great weapon putting it on the bounce. They got 2 elite coaches here. They're doing great jobs to get their team to this position.
So 1-1. It's the only part of his night that hasn't gone well. He's missed 4 of his last 5 free throws. But gets the front end. Villanova just 6:52 away from a 2nd championship in 3 years. Both finalized in the state of Texas if they finish this one off. DiVincenzo now with 29, including Villanova's last 11 points scored.
A little nickel dimer on the drive, and that's all they're going to go to. Why not? Stop the clock, get to the free throw line, and convert.
Two championships in 3 seasons. This is since 1975 after all the UCLA dynasties. You got Duke, you might remember that, Grant, I think.
I don't know how Mike did it. He didn't have any players.
Kentucky 96 and 98, 2 out of 3. And then, of course, the Gators, Billy Donovan's team. Repeat winners. By the way, you know, our man going into the Basketball Hall of Fame, how about this? Grant's the first Duke basketball player to go into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
How about that?
Coach K, of course, is in, but first player, Grant Hill.
Right.
I was in disbelief when you told me that the other day, and
that is amazing. All the years,
you think about some of the names there.
I'm busy in September. I don't know about you, Jim.
I got plans.
Yeah, I do. Family vacation.
Springfield. I want to be there.
You guys are both invited.
You mentioned a great Duke. I'm thinking of Dick Grote, right? Both sports.
Oh, and DiVincenzo trying to do too much that time. Went behind the back, and the Wolverines come up with it. Need to do something now. Poole. That was a great move to the hole, but no control with the shot.
Jay trying to get him to slow down a little bit.
Riches.
So much for that.
Is that slow enough?
Good coaching. That's why that guy's got expensive suits. They got a license to drill it.
And every time it felt like Michigan was getting back, 14-point game, it's like this Villanova team has answered. It's been amazing to watch. But here, got to tap. Get to the basket.
Rahman outside, though, and it's DiVincenzo.
This will be a milk of the clock, this trick.
Bridges.
Got a foul on the small change.
Bridges with 10 in the second half. 14 for the game.
And so good in transition, finding the open shooter. Bridges, a great transition three-point shooter and just answering the bell. And I thought, as you said, maybe just back it out, use the clock. But no, Bridges knocks it in.
Well, that's the problem. You got to get back and then get out and cover. They all can drill that baby on a catch.
Villanova runs opportunistically. They're not always looking to run, but when they do, they're very efficient, like on that last play.
Bridges, who won the Dave Gavitt Award as the Big East Tournament MOP. Gillespie.
He's trying to hide it.
Has some blood on his jersey.
Tucked it in. The Gavitt games, the last few years, they're 12-12, right?
That would be so, the Big Ten and Big East in those early season matchups. It's gone 4-4, 4-4, 4-4 the last 3 years.
Right. And of course, Danny Gavitt, vice president here, president of basketball operations at the
lives this NCAA tournament.
His dad, one of the great names and people in all of basketball.
Yep.
And of course, Ackerman and Delaney, the commissioners, got together in his honor to have those games.
Now with its largest lead, up to 19. And that's off Michigan.
Look at Gillespie. They all have fire.
Nothing going right for Michigan. John Beilein, the mastermind, but his team just unable to bring much life right there. Great hands by Gillespie inside. It's all off of Michigan.
See how he jumped it too? He's trying to force a baseline a little bit.
And what's impressive at Villanova, they still compete on the defensive ends. Up 9 with 5 minutes left. They're going to play 40 minutes, 19-point game.
Gillespie. They go back outside with it. Quick draw by Bridges.
Look at this tip to himself. Didn't get it, but Spellman.
They got to run right here. Get something early.
Look at him get back though.
Rahman. Tough shot. Oh, Spellman will count the basket.
A message by the big fella. And that's good defense too. You don't foul. You got somebody helping. They must have communicated on this particular play. Force him into a tough angle. And
I think that was the right call. I thought the ball hit the backboard first. But you're right. Great help here. Great team defense. Villanova. Expect nothing less.
Yeah. Amazing. Resilient. Take hits. Keep ticking.
And they're doing all this right now with their best player, Jalen Brunson, on the bench.
Gillespie. Bachner shutting him off.
Brunson
look at that move.
And
you can hear him say no.
And that's what Brunson has taught this team. All of the guys keep the dribble alive, tease the bigs, drag them away, create a path for themselves, or somebody dives and finishes the deal. And that could be it. He may not play again, right? This particular game.
4 for Bachner. And Brunson still sitting. And again, been out since outside the 10-minute mark.
That's what a team's all about, though. Collectively coaching.
He's still engaged, still on his guys to continue with the effort. That's leadership.
You got to think you're going to put it back on the floor. It's going to be, he's going on after this, graduating in 3 years. You got to give him one more chance to be on the floor and get that ovation coming back out.
That's a great point. He's Jay without a suit on.
Smartest guy in the program, according to Jay Wright, including the coach.
Big East Scholar Athlete of the Year.
Yep. Buckner still working hard. And short with the shot. Tired legs.
Yep. He really got fatigued. We saw that early in the game, took him out.
You were talking about Grant with Brunson. Not only the National Player of the Year, the Big East Player of the Year, the Big East Scholar Athlete of the Year, as Bridges has 3 more.
Nothing you can do when they're raining threes, Jim. They are a heck of a basketball team.
Simpson got high off the glass for 2 more.
Jim, I think I told both you and Grant, Billy Cunningham is a friend of ours. He watched them practice before the season, and he called me and he said they're going to win the NCAA Tournament. That's how good he thought they were in 2 days of practice. He knows a little bit about basketball.
Yes, he does.
What a night for Villanova and its shooting stars, about to bring another championship to Philadelphia.
At Ally, we're doing digital financial services right. But if that's not enough, we have more than 8,000 allies looking out for one thing, you.
Call in the next 10 minutes to stay.
And if that's not enough, we'll look after your every dollar.
Put down the phone.
And if that's not enough, we'll look after your every cent.
Grab your wallet.
Access denied.
And if that's still not enough to help you save,
New one.
we'll bring out the dogs.
The old one's just fine.
We'll do anything, seriously, anything to help our customers.
Thanks.
Ally, do it right.
You made a promise. You agreed to never give up. To ask, what else can I do? You agreed to remember the good people who rise with every challenge. To remember their strength. To serve with grit and grace. You made a promise. We did too. The all-new Ram 1500.
Coverage of the NCAA Men's National Championship game is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Ram Trucks, built to serve. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling. And by Enterprise, how can we pick you up today?
Folks, let's take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance.
And Jim, it's been inside, outside for Villanova in the second half, attacking the rim and also knocking them down from downtown.
It's the variety of people, too. There's so much substance and quality play from all angles, and that guy has just become a master in his craft.
Well, he's about to become, he's that next generation, if you will, to have multiple national championships.
How about that?
And the city of Philadelphia just 2 months removed from a Super Bowl victory. And of course, the coach is a huge Eagles fan, a season ticket holder.
he can go to the parade this time.
Yeah, well,
right?
He did. You know, they had a
parade.
home game on Super Bowl Sunday, and then he stayed in the city that night with his family. And there they were, spilling out into the streets to celebrate with his wife, Patty, Colin, Taylor, Riley, the kids.
I just can't picture him with a pretzel with mustard on it. Just wouldn't go with that beautiful blue suit. There's Pat.
Guess what? DiVincenzo now has 31.
What a game. What a magnificent performance. Did a little slippage, and you called it right. Runs him back on the floor for that.
What was Jay? He was talking about the city and how things are changing. You know, when they won in 16, the city hadn't had a victory parade since the Phillies back in 08. And, you know, there'll be another parade coming for Villanova. It's going to be the second for the city in a 2-month span. He said, we used to be the city of underdogs. Now it's going to be the city of champions.
It's just amazing. Both teams and the impact they have on their city.
You have a feeling with Jay Wright, he's got so much runway in front of him. He may be back here again. So you're right.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. There's more to come as Rockman lays it up and in. Thrown away by DiVincenzo, right back to Michigan.
You've got to keep going, though. But Michigan, what a great finish, too, for John Beilein when you think of it, right?
John Beilein, in the last 6 years, 4 Sweet 16s, 3 Elite 8s, 2 Final Fours, and 2 appearances in the championship game. Rockman puts up the quick 3.
So well respected, too, and they just continue to play one and done.
Brunson, who has returned, able to swoop it over to Pascal. And Livers with the contact there. Coming up next on TBS, it's Inside March Madness, presented by Buick with Kenny, Charles, Clark, and the guys. Jay Wright, so much a part of the whole Philadelphia landscape. And we were talking about the Eagles and calls that a family thing. It's always been a part of the family routine, and that family attitude that he's built in this program. He actually spoke to the Eagles, by the way, when Coach Peterson came.
He said he was overwhelmed talking to all these big guys looking at him.
He wanted to burn the tape.
Yeah. He felt like a young guy with his heroes.
He's about to get an award named after another guy with the initials JW. John Wooden.
Oh, I thought you meant Marriott.
He's going to get the Legacy Award next week.
What a high
fun trip for him.
Accommodation by him.
Deservedly so.
Rockman with 2 more. And he has led the Wolverines tonight with 23. Remember how early in the game Wagner went to one of our early breaks? He already had the 3 for 3 from the field. Had 11 points early. He's now 16 for the game.
You talked about fatigue and maybe wearing down. Had such a great performance Saturday. It's not enough tonight.
He's right at the rim and they pass it out.
Brunson unable to hit it.
Well, too unselfish.
Yeah. Look at this interception. Watch this one, Jim.
Look at these 2 stars. Brunson waits and rims out. Spellman, though, says, I'll take it.
And that's because you run the floor, you're rewarded. Can't count on somebody making a goal on his own.
Villanova, the highest scoring team in college basketball, about to be the first team since North Carolina 05 to lead the country in scoring and win the title. Wagner off the mark. Spellman. And another Carolina tie. We showed you the graphic earlier. The Tar Heels of 09, the last to win all 6 tournament games by double digits. They're going to match that.
We all talk about the offense of Villanova, but they get down and dirty on that defensive end.
They really embody the spirit of Philadelphia, a toughness about them that's just impressive, and that was on display here tonight.
Brunson dribbles back out and around, and the shot clock expires.
See, that's the Gillespie play now. That's not the Brunson play anymore.
And now Michigan bringing in Simmons, taking out Robinson and Wagner. And the Wolverine faithful. Rockman coming out. Pascal heads out on the other side, along with Bridges. The Wolverine, again faithful, stand and applaud the conquering heroes who got them all the way to the championship game. A team that was the 5th seed in its own conference tournament. I mean, let's reward them for what they did do to make it here as Teskey gets the dunk.
And with all that hard work all year, both programs, kids leaving it out, sacrificing.
I'll tell you, it's been impressive. Michigan, the defense they played this year, impressive job by Beeline, just not enough against these Wildcats.
Booth. The Spellman misses the dunk. Brought down by Watson of Michigan.
Not a bad three-point shooter because they know they get up on him.
Now Brooks dribbling around. Back outside. Watson. Tipped out.
Look at Gillespie. You got to dig and scratch. You can see a little arch in him. But they keep guarding, don't they, Grant?
Yes, they do.
And that should be it.
Yep. Watson with a hard-earned bucket. And a timeout call.
John's going to put everybody in.
And a chance for Brunson, I'm sure, to get his due. National Player of the Year.
The consummate basketball player, Jim.
Do you know that Super Bowl I was played January 15th, 1967. There has never been a Super Bowl champion and a national champion in men's basketball in the same year, in the same city.
Wow. What do you do with your spare time?
And look who's going to have the ball in his hands at the end.
Appropriately.
What a great team we witnessed in this tournament. And tonight, the Nova Nation has another national championship.